Hello everyone, this is Shelly Huang from Transformational Journeys. And today we're going to talk about a very big topic in developing growth in the Asian market. Firstly, still encourage you to do to help us complete this growth pursuit program survey. So your insights about the current business challenges will help us to develop a more relevant capability program for your business growth and drive your success. So really appreciate you could copy that Biblical link and then complete our 3 minutes survey. Today's topic is about how to design a campaign to develop and promote relevant products. That's a very big topic. That's why I'm going to use a campaign I did while I was working for Destination Rotorua. This campaign actually achieved a 20 to 50, averagely 20 to 50 sales increase for our stakeholders. So what about this campaign? It's called 3+2 Love Rotorua in 2011. So what you see here is our stage one. So stage one, we launched the campaign. And then what we did is we actually had an Asian strategy set up and then agreed by the council and also our tourism committee. I was brought to Destination Rotorua for the challenge. At that time, 2011, Rotorua was perceived as a cheap destination in Asia because there were a lot of shopping tours around that time and it really damaged the reputation of this tourism brand. So the council and the tourism committee really want to change the perception. So they actually want in the Asian market. So that's why I was brought in to this challenge to do the strategy. So I provide them a totally new idea is rather than spend a lot of money doing repositioning in Asia, in China, why not start from the domestic Asian market here? Because they have a lot of great influence to their family and friends in China and the rest of Asia. And this idea was not popular at the time when I proposed it. So I had to go through a lot of convincing stage, provide a lot of evidence, data, and to show them because no one really at that time believes the buying power of domestic Asian. But I did that. So, and I convinced all of them by asking all the buyers, by asking all the different partners, including China Southern Airlines, and join this campaign as a sponsor, providing full return tickets for our winners. So that's how we get everything together. And then we also convinced 12 stakeholders to chip in the campaign budget. And so we can make this actually campaign live at that time. So the whole idea the campaign is to invite our domestic Asian to design their 3 days, 2 nights itinerary in Rotorua. And then so we want to use this context to really get the engagement going on. It doesn't mean we don't know how to design our tourism product. Actually, it's just an excuse. It's just like a pitch. We position ourselves. We want to listen. We want to build the perception. We are listening to our audience. We are actually respecting their view. We value their feedback by providing them those kind of incentives like air tickets. So really showing the respect. This is very important emotional connection in the Asian culture. Showing your respect to your customers. It's the first step to build the trust with your target market. Stage number 2, we actually identified 4 categories of target market we want as our priority because we identify them as the high yield market, so give us high return. So we don't want to target those shopping tours anymore. So family, adventure, luxury, romance are our targets. So that's why we also identified and invited key opinion leaders from those 4 categories to come down to Rotorua and experiencing our 3 days, 2 nights itinerary. And through those journeys, so we actually showing them more new products Rotorua can offer. So actually, and then we paid for them to go to radio to share their experience, to talk on a local Asian TV, and then to write articles on the local papers. So all those exposures actually is to demonstrate what are the new things Rotorua can offer to you, and then those are the elements for our consumer to have something in mind, and then to design their itinerary as well. And then stage number 3. So this is how I say about media spending at that time. So we spend 40% on the social media, and then 30% on radio and TV, and 30% on print. That's a 2011 figure. So if you're talking about 2018 right now, the number need to be changed. Stage number 4, so that's where we get all the results. So we actually received quite a lot of those kind of itineraries. And then in those itineraries, they have mentioned 12 Rotorua stakeholders, and then 19 attractions, and then 18 restaurants, 4 shopping places, and 14 accommodations. This all come from our consumers. So they actually mentioned all of them in their itinerary submission. So as a percentage, you can see, as I mentioned, we can develop those 4 categories, tourism product ourselves, but we probably didn't know exactly which one should we prioritize first, because we can only guess. Now we have the figure. From the submission, 27% was from family. So that's actually told us we really need to focus our energy on the family travel, because most of people coming to New Zealand are Aucklanders, Auckland families. They drive 3 hours from Auckland as a family. So they want to experience this tourism, this travel experience as a family. So we need to have more family packages to provide them. Second important category is the romance. So we didn't know that before, because we thought actually adventure, romance, luxury probably are equally important. But the real insights from your consumer tells you romantic traveling is second important element we need to spend budget on. So how good is that? One campaign give you product awareness in the mindset of your target market, actually also give you insights on your product design, and actually it also help you to build a better relationship with your customers through respect, through valuing their feedback, listening to them, and then also paying respect to them, and also stress our relationship with our partners, because we actually had a lot of partners coming aboard to this campaign. It's a showcase of our capability as a destination Rotorua, how we can put a campaign together and achieve all those purposes. So stage number 5, it's the award ceremony. So we actually have to, once we receive all those submissions, we invite industry experts to judge on those itineraries, and then give an award to those winners. So that's, you can see the China Southern at that time, the GM, actually giving the award to the winners. And then, but what happened is I actually organized the ceremony in the largest Asian temple in Auckland, called Fo Guangshan. So I don't not only want this to be just a ceremony or award ceremony, you can do it in any hotel, but also it's a culture intelligence learning curve for all our stakeholders as well. And then it's actually paying the respect. Another step is about paying the respect to your target market. When all the media come to Fo Guangshan and film this whole process, the award ceremony, all this, they actually were surprised. They told me they were surprised. We are holding this in a temple. It just goes to show how much respect we as a organization paying the respect to the Asian culture. So this is also your reputation, part of your brand awareness, a part of the perception you want to build in the mind of your target market. You want to be closer to them. So every details counts. So in a campaign design, different stages, you really need to plan it very well. So this is the results. Economically, we achieved a 20 to 50 sales increase, during the Eastern holiday period, Easter holiday period. And we also increased the confidence level in the minds of our sponsors. Later on, China Southern Airlines signed a memorandum of understanding with us, which is worth over New Zealand $1 million investment into tourism. Reputationally, we increased our reputation six times, and when compared to the same period last year, we also successfully repositioned Rotorua in the mindsets of our Chinese, Asian New Zealanders. And educationally, we helped our destination to design more Chinese preferred products. We also increased overall culture intelligence internally. It's just a learning curve. It test and learn. So for both parties as well, for both our consumers and also for our council, for the Western culture people. So this is about a campaign design, and we actually achieved multiple purposes in this campaign. So that's why I'm saying, before you decide to go for a campaign, to spend your budget 300 to 500 or 10 grand, or whatever the budget is, and you need to justify that. How you justify that? By how many purposes you have achieved, how many goals you have achieved, and this comes to how you're going to plan it before even you are designing a campaign. So my question for you is, what are the business growth problems you want to solve through a campaign? So that's going to help you to structure your thinking, and then come down to a good, well-designed campaign. What are the business problems you are going to solve? The second question you need to think about is, what are the insights you want to gain from a campaign? Every campaign needs to give you some kind of business insights. Otherwise, it's not a good campaign. So you have to be very clear before the campaign what kind of insights you want to gain. What kind of relationship you want to build with your customers through this campaign. So it's about trust. It's about just engagement. It's also what it's about. So what kind of relationship you want to build with your customer need to be specific. It can't be just, I want to sell more products. I want them to buy more products. This is not a relationship. You all know, I think as business owners, you all know you need to have a business, you have to form a relationship with your customer first before you can sell it. So that's the trust you have to build. Or what kind of relationship you want to build. It actually depends on your product. It depends on how much benefits your product can bring, and then what are the needs of your target market. So you really need to think specifically. And in our Growth Pursuit program, we actually have a set of questions to make you think deeper, and then to dig more about your product feature, your business, and then your target market, so you can get those questions answered precisely before designing a smart campaign. Okay, that's the share for today. I hope you enjoy it. Drop me any questions below, and I will try to answer it as soon as possible. Thank you for watching.